Hi guys, it's Susan and I'm here to share with you some cards that I made. You could use these really for any time, but I made these particularly, most of them for Mother's Day. Um, I miss you guys. I have a lot going on in my life right now, some major things, and I will share that with you hopefully in a very soon upcoming video. Just trying to find the time to sit down to do that. But I do miss you guys and I miss being in my craft room, and hopefully we'll be able to get in here more. But let me start by sharing with you all the products that I used. So let's start with the stamps. So I need to do a haul video. I haven't done one yet, but I did order my first Winnie and Walter stamp set. Oh, I'm sorry for the glare. This is the Wishing You. Super cute. I love the little sayings on there. And was real excited. I love how it has the 3 stars and then the little grouping of stars. And so it's got wishing you a bright sunny day, a bright brilliant birthday, all the happiness in the world, a year full of happiness, love, and laughter. And so I think it's really versatile and I really love it. I like the font as well. I also recently ordered this Simon Says Stamp Spring Flower set, and I love it. I'm sure you guys, sorry for the glare, have all seen it. It's such a beautiful set. And it was my understanding from watching Amy on Prairie Paper and Ink that this set came out last year, I believe, and that they actually have another set that came out that kind of goes with this one. So I'm definitely gonna have to check into that because I just love this set. And when I first saw it, I couldn't wait to order it and do watercoloring. It just screamed watercoloring to me. So really beautiful flowers. I also ordered the die set, and that just made things even easier to use this gorgeous set. I also used my 48 count. I have the Zig Cling Color Reel brush markers. I've tried them on numerous occasions with no luck whatsoever, like really bad outcomes. And so I did something a little different this time. Instead of using the paintbrush and water, which I could not do, it just was a big blob of mess. I also tried the water brushes, no success whatsoever. And so sitting on my desk, I had these new Spectrum Noir, if I'm saying that correctly, the glitter pens, no color, just glitter. And it has just enough to really get my color where I wanted it, and super shimmer everywhere. I love it, and I think that's how I'm going to be using them from now on. So I also use my MFT paper and ink pads, and this is the Orange Fizz, and I've had these now a couple of years and I've hardly used them, so I'm really trying to get use out of everything this year. And this is the Razzleberry, and that's how I use my label maker to label all my inks, which is really nice. I'm glad I got that done. This is Sour Apple. Really pretty vibrant colors. And here's Snow Cone. And then this one I use every single time I stamp. It's the MFT Black Licorice. Now let me also say that these are all hybrid inks, and so far I really love them, but I use this MFT Black Licorice hybrid ink for everything, watercoloring, Copic, everything. It gives me a beautiful, clean, crisp. I've tried other inks. VersaFine just smears everywhere. What other ones? The other ones I've tried, just no luck. This one is totally my favorite. I use it for everything and it's perfect. I also use some of my cardstock from MFT, and so this is the Razzleberry, and how pretty is that? And this is the Berrylicious, which is a little bit darker than the Snow Cone. And then this one here is the Grapesicle, which is really pretty purple. So, having showed you all of that, let me show you my cards. So I did about half of them with black embossing. So that way when I watercolored, the embossing would kind of help keep everything in line because like I said, I'm very much challenged when it comes to watercoloring. And I just popped everything up on Pop Dots, used some pretty enamel dots I have in my stash. And that is a watercolor, and it is the, let me show you what watercolor paper I used just in case someone is interested. This is the Strathmore Bristol Smooth Surface. You get 20 sheets, 11 by 14, and it's 100 pound. And for me, using the clean Zig Clean Brush Markers with the Spectrum Noir, just the glitter pen, for me was really, really nice. It's hard to see, but there is a lot of shimmer. So here's this one, and I just used some of those pink enamel dots on there, and I don't know if you can really see, but it is just full of beautiful shimmer. And then this one, we used the blue paper in the back, and I just have some black and white, just from my stash, just some black and white pattern paper there in between the watercolor and the MFT cardstock base. And there's something since I was a little girl that I've always loved orange and hot pink, and this one here I used white embossing, so I think that it really gives it a totally different look, but really, really pretty. It kind of softens it, but really, really lovely. But I love the black as well because I feel like that really gives it a nice pop. So yeah, it was just fun to play around. This one here is the hot pink with the blue, and just real soft and subtle, really pretty for spring. And then here we go with the Grapesicle and the Berrylicious, really, really pretty. And I actually used the oranges and yellows on here, which was kind of fun for me to use, more than one color and try to, blend it out. And then here is one. I have one more, but I already gave that away to her last week when I saw her. And this one, again, is really lovely as well. So what I did in the background of my watercolor paper on all of them was I just used, oh my gosh, I used I don't think it's the Berrylicious. I'm pretty positive that it's the Snow Cone here. And I just used the Tim Holtz round blending tool and just did very, very lightly in the back. Just very, very subtly. I didn't want it to be on white, but I just want it to be subtle. So that's what I did there. I hope you guys are all having an awesome week. And if I don't see or talk to you, I'd like to wish all you mothers out there a wonderful Mother's Day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.